Hello everyone, it's happening. After a very slight delay, we are live. Although it's not showing the preview on YouTube, which I find a bit disconcerting. Here we go, there we go. So yeah, a few minutes late, I tried to go live and then, my microphone just wasn't doing anything, which was a bit stressful. Maybe I should have some backup technology at all. I think maybe it was the cable, which is a bit worrying because I haven't used this cable very much. I'll just try not to think about it and that'll be fine. Hello, Sandy. Sandy Burko, welcome. Hello, Chris. Hello, Ace Pie. And I was going to say hello, Nightbot, but that's my bot. Hello, the radar. And all is quiet on over in YouTube chat. Good. So I'm going to do something a bit different today, and that is I want to do some Rust. I previously said I didn't want to do Rust on the stream because I only wanted to show Gleam happening. But the more I do streaming, the more I think, oh no, it's just a chill thing. Streaming is very chill. Oh, I should change my stream. My stream description still says I'm doing Redis, which is all kinds of wrong. How do I change it? Edit stream info, Rust compiler hacking for Gleam. There we go. I want to disappoint people thinking they're going to turn up for some Redis and it's going to be me stumbling around my compiler instead. There's nowhere to change, just do Redis. How do I go back to my stream preview? I'm such a professional. I completely know how all this stuff works. So, I want to do a fairly simple thing. We've got a few sharp edges in Gleam that are inherited from Erlang. I mean, we've made our own sharp edges too, but we try to avoid them. And there's a property of Erlang which is really powerful that you can hot load code modules. So you can define a new module, load it into a running system, or you can have a new version of an existing module and load it in, so you can upgrade code, which is really cool. But it has a problem in that if you're allowed to just upload new versions of modules, you could accidentally, if you're not knowing that and you accidentally make a module with the same name as some existing one, you could just accidentally unload that one. And there's a bunch of modules in the Erlang standard library that have names that you might commonly want to use. For example, code. So if you reload, if you overwrite, if you make a new code module, and in your Gleam project, the Gleam project starts by loading, this module that you've written that overwrites the existing code module, and then when anything happens during the rest of the boot sequence that is trying to use that code module, that's very important. It's used for loading code. It goes, oh, all the functions aren't here, and it crashes in a horrible, confusing way, which is bad. And it's really unclear to people what's happening. This is such an opaque. The Erlang error message is already pretty hard to read, but one that just says undefined this function on code is like, what does that mean? I didn't call that function. What's going on here? You're gonna have to drop the hair routine soon, Louis. I like to not wash it. I like to wash it such that it's clean, but I think some people overwash it and then the hair gets really dry and stuff. So I just I leave it a little longer and rinse it rather than doing a full shampoo. I think that's it. Don't use too much detergent. But I don't know anything about hair, so don't trust me. Wonderful. So let's try and find the issue for it first. I'm pretty sure I've got one. While I'm here, I'm going to show something new off, actually. we've just made, people get asking me for like a roadmap and things, and people ask me, how do I contribute to the language server? You know, how do I help out? I figure we can sort of kill two birds with one stone, for lack of a better phrase, and make this project here. What is this thing? Go away, I don't need that. Yeah, so got the new project boards. And so I've made up a bunch more tickets for the things I think need to be done to the language server, and the steps that we need to take. And I've bundled them together. So this is LS1, this is LS2, this is, well, there's no LS, oh, here's LS3, and so on. And then we've got a bunch of ungrouped ones. And it's a little sparse at the moment, but there's enough stuff in this first one to get going. But I think the idea is that it'd be really easy to see, you know, what needs to come first, and then what needs to come second, and what needs to come third, and so on. So hopefully to direct people towards these. I think Ace Pie started working on this one, right? Yes, so I will assign them. Fantastic. And then you can see that in the in this view, so you know which ones you can pick up. It's good stuff. Or at least I hope it's good stuff. It probably isn't. But it's better than before. You know, it's pretty clear to me what I think the first step should be, but not everyone's got the same context as me. Although Ace and Jack they're more familiar with the code base than I am at this point. So yeah, pick up some work. You know, do some compiler dev for me. Are you using an iPad? I have an iPad somewhere. Why do you ask me if I'm using an iPad? Hello, by the way, welcome. I should say hello before asking you about your question. I'm using an iPhone as a camera right now, and I'm using an Apple computer at the moment. Oh, thank you for the follow. I've got a few follows actually since I was last online, including from someone called Jen Server, which is such a good name. Thank you for the follow as well. Igorgi, is that it? And Gildan MB. Guide on MB. I thought you're streaming using an iPad because of the purple icon in the left corner of your screen. Oh yes, this one. I think this means... Oh look, there's even a, like, oh, you can't see this, but there's a drop-down menu here. And... yeah, it's offering me a bunch of... is that... I think that might be because I'm screen sharing that it's showing me this. And so it's saying someone can see this right now. So don't type your bank details into here. But there's an option to move to my iPad here, which I'm not sure what that does. Go here. No, I was going to get an iPad, but I don't need an. Just because we're talking about one, I don't need to get it. Just like my new shirt, I got some charity shop yesterday. It's a little bit too warm, which I'm slightly regretting now that I've started. Maybe I'll open my window a bit. Aha, it's me. Good. So, redefine. Define. No. Overwrite. No. Damn it. Erlang? That's not very helpful, is it? Okay. There's not that many issues. So this is quite an old one from 2021. Raise compiler error if a module have the same name as an existing Erlang module. So there's a few things we need to do to get this to work completely. We need to work out all of the Erlang module names that are all in all of the dependencies. No, that are generated from any Gleam code. And we need to do the same for any code that comes from Erlang dependencies. And we need to do the same for any Erlang code that comes from FFI. So it's included in packages, but isn't generated. And lastly, we need to do ones that are... Lastly, we need to do it for Erlang modules that are not in the build directory, but are part of the Erlang distribution, probably. We're never going to get this perfect. Huge fan of cheating Erlang module named user for the nth time. Yes. Cheating, I'm not sure what you mean, but creating. So yeah, users one of the big ones that always trips everyone up. Creating, there we go, yes. Creating an Erlang module named user. Exactly, so user is one of the big ones. Code is another one of the big ones. I've not seen anyone do application, but I imagine that would be something that people would trip up on. So I think the way to do this is to try and find a list of all the modules that are loaded that exist inside Erlang by default, and then we can just have a block list in the compiler, and if it sees a module with that name, it says these are already taken. You can't use these. I'm trying to think, should we also apply this list if you're compiling for Erlang, for JavaScript? Because technically it's not needed, but it would be nice to have the same constraints everywhere, but it is just a constraint. There isn't actually any benefit to it other than if you're publishing a package that has one of these problem modules and you're only testing in JavaScript, but you intend to be cross-platform, then you're going to have an issue later. But then that probably is never going to happen. Let's just work out how to get the list first, and then we can figure out from there. So, what do I want to do? Erlang list all modules. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at that. Code all loaded. Fantastic. Thank you very much, computer. So, let's go over to my terminal. What does this return? Gosh, that's a lot of things. So, let's start with those. Got all of them. And then, can I clear this? Yes, I can. Then I can say, oh, I'm gonna try and do Erlang. Oh no. Everyone's gonna see how bad I am at Erlang. Fun. And it was a tuple, and the mod is in the first position. We don't care about the second. And then we will return the Linux in 8789. Thank you for the follow. Right, does that work? No, it's because it's not called maps, it's called map. No, really? Oh, I didn't actually pass in the thing I wanted to map, which is all mods. Is a Gleam REPL on the roadmap? It's something that's wanted, but I don't believe anyone's working on it. The core team are mostly focusing on the language server, because that works for everyone. This is ruining my idealized version of you as an Erlang god. I'm not very good in a REPL. I don't use REPLs very often. I'd be perfect if I was in a text editor, except for I always forget the commas. I've got much worse at Erlang as Gleam has got more mature, because I just don't write Erlang anymore. Because everything I do in Erlang I just do in Gleam now. That's not true. I do write some Erlang, but I used to write a lot of Erlang, and now I write a bit of Erlang. So let's do something similar. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Wait, I can just do Erlang. What am I doing? So I want to, for each of the thing in the list, I just want to say, let's just print it. Really? Oh, I keep forgetting to pass it because I'm so used now to like being data first. I think that as soon as I've written the function, I'm done. But that's not true. That ain't how it works. mods. Good. Good. Here's a bunch of things. Really? Is that all of them? That doesn't seem like all of them. Where's so what if I do like maps? Okay. Maps. Yeah, there's maps. Okay. Is this really all of them? Oh, this looks much larger now. Why is this larger? Is that everything? Shouldn't there be like application in here? Where's all? Okay. How do I force it to load everything? I'm worried that it's lazily loading modules, so all loaded is not the same as everything. List all modules. Okay. Erlang. Load all modules. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, somebody tell me how to load everything. Oh gosh, no, I don't want to do that. Necessary only. And okay, that looks sensible. Let's do that. All available. Oh, max. Oh, look at that. Oh wow, look at that. Fantastic. That's so much better. Okay, so let's map across this. And with a fun. And just print it. Oh, what have I done wrong? Oh, I've forgotten the closing paren. Oh, this one's got 3. That's exciting. So I do, is it like this? No, let's do, nice. Erlang docs to the rescue. Reading the documentation? What? Why would you ever do that? That's a good idea. We don't do good ideas here. Oh gosh, this is a lot of modules. Oh no. Oh no. Oh dear, oh dear. Do I need all of these? I mean, I guess it would make sense, wouldn't it? Oh no. Oh no. There's just so much stuff in here I think just shouldn't be in by default. Like, I think slightly controversial. I think the observer should be an external tool. I think rel tool should be an external tool. I think Manesia should be external. TFTP. What is that? Is that FTP? If so, that should be external. WX should be external. Like, why is there a GUI framework built in? What does this do, the SSH stuff? Interesting. Trivial FTP. Wow. Wow. Yes, I mean, FTP, that should be external. I don't know what this is. Megaco. Well, Erlang didn't have any package managers for like 20 years. True, and I think we can now improve things because that time has passed. Like Manesia, not very good. Let's not use it. Yeah. Oh, look, I've run out of. Okay, so I'm gonna need to print this somewhere because I'm gonna need to put this somewhere instead of just printing it because I've run out of terminal scroll back. Does this mean that Erlang programs better avoid these module names? Yes. Yes. Much like Elixir and Ruby and Haskell and anything with a single namespace, if you reuse a module name, you'll have a problem. I've been scrolling for a minute. Yeah, there's too many things, isn't there? So, what do I want to do? How do I lists? Is there a join? There is a join. Separator is going to be a new line. Okay, that sounds good to me. And then, how do I just, what's the easy way to write to a file in Erlang? Erlang write to file. Oh, file write. That seems relatively sensible, doesn't it? Let's try that. Nice. Okay, so. Very good. Very good. And. But I was going to create a package called XML XPathPass. Are you going to add names like cowboy to the list? No, I'm not, because those would be included in the build directory. So we can scan the build directory to learn that they exist. And that's something we'll do in future. And the message will be different. This one will not say, this message is going to say the module you're creating will clash with a module that is inside the Erlang standard distribution. And that one would say, this will clash with this module that is provided by that package that you have included. It is valid to have a module with the same name as something that's in a different package, so long as you don't include those two packages together. Why Mason deprecated Gleam LSP? I did that. I deprecated the Gleam LSP in Gleam in Mason, and the reason for that is that Mason is a tool for installing things, and so I really wish whoever set this up spoke to me because they broke everything for a while. So if you have Gleam, you installed in your computer, you have the Gleam language server installed because it's part of the same binary. And so you control which version of Gleam you have in your project and everything works. Now, if you use Mason, like the Mason config meant that if you're using one of these tools that just default, there's so many modules. If you're using, I suppose it's a whole programming language, right? If you have Mason automatically installing a copy of Gleam for you, there's no guarantee that the version that you're using in your editor matches what's in Gleam itself. So what's in your project, which means you can get them just completely disagreeing and it just kept breaking things. It's really, really, really annoying. So after a while, we managed to get them to deprecate it. And that means that people won't accidentally break their system by using Mason. It was so annoying. I wish they didn't do that. And now I just get asked all the time, why is it deprecated? It's like, okay, you know, we are for the rest of time stuck with a really confusing situation with NeoVim, because somebody just didn't think and decided to just like add a thing that breaks everything to Mason without talking to anybody. Oh, thank you for the follow, Tattoo and Tanuli. Tattoo and Tattoo only. Tattoo and Tattoo only. Yes, that one. And now you just run the Erlang server manually. No, I wouldn't run it manually. I personally use LSP config. So Mason is just a thing for installing, but LSP config is the thing that actually hooks it up. So Mason doesn't need to. Mason never provided config. It only downloaded a binary for you. Do I want to save changes? Yes, I do. So where should this go? Let's have a little wander around the compiler, shall we? So compiler core, probably in the package compiler. Good. So loader okay. So the package loader knows what target we're going to be. So let's go and look at this function. Come on, Rust Analyzer, you can do it. I know I'm streaming at the moment, but you can do it. I love Gleam and I hope it makes a big impact in the space. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love it too. I think it's pretty good. I'm just standing around because Rust Analyzer is, which way is it? That way. Rust Analyzer's thinking about my request. I've just updated a bunch of stuff, so it has to like compile all the dependencies again. And Rust compiles pretty slowly when you're not streaming. If you're streaming, it compiles a lot more slow. Look at that. There you go. It's pretty busy. If Rust didn't exist, what would you write the compiler with? Maybe a camel? Maybe Haskell? Come on, you can do it. Perl. So the first version of the Gleam compiler was written in Erlang. So yeah, a bit of trivia for you. So how does it get? So if I read sources and caches, okay, and then for each thing we want to invalidate any caches if they need to be because something before them's been recompiled. So where's the right place to put this check? Do we do it as early as possible, I suppose? I really like your dynamic indent guides. Might have to steal these for Zed. This came with LazyVim, which I really didn't like at first. I found them a bit distracting, but after a while I got used to them and now I quite like them. I don't like indent guides on all the time because it's so busy, and this sort of works as a middle ground. The animation's a bit twee, right? But I like that it doesn't show them all the time. I'm worried that if I do this, I'm going to end up in a situation where it always... I'm worried that I would make a module that's invalid and then it would always be there and it gets stuck and you'd have to clear the build directory, but it shouldn't ever be possible to do that because... It shouldn't ever be possible to do that because you won't have got to the point where you've compiled anything, because this will always block you. Okay, let's do that. I tried playing with the animation speed and things a lot, and then I just went back to the default in the end, and then I never thought about it again, and it didn't distract me anymore for some reason. Okay. Okay, so this looks kind of sensible. So we've already got some like path, like module name related logic here. So if you have a, let's document it. If there is a .gleam file with a path that would be an invalid module name, it does not get loaded. Emit a warning so that the programmer understands why it has been skipped. For example, if it has a uppercase letter in it. So we could do something similar here, right? Error if, wait, do we know what target we're using here? Module loader. What class are we in? We're in the package loader, so I think we've got the target here. Yes. Error if we are compiling for Erlang, then self to target. Hey, I've got my built-in autocompleter in Twitch chat over here. If we compile for Erlang, then modules all live in a single namespace. If we were to name a module something the same as a module that is included in the Erlang setlib, then the Gleam module would overwrite the existing Erlang one. This would most commonly happen for modules like user and code. Emit an error so this never happens. Rust compiler written in Gleam when? As in a compiler to compile Rust. Wow, what a heck of a project that would be, eh? Max GPT. So what do we do here? So we could say if overwrites is what is this here? It's a path buff. Would overwrite standard. If self.target is Erlang and would overwrite standard Erlang module. Oh gosh, I always mistype this for the first few minutes of writing Rust. That's not true. I get it wrong all the time. Panic. Oh, I guess we should probably write a test. That's probably the sensible thing to do, right? Where would we test this? Package compiler tests. I guess we could do it in these integration tests. Little error. Yeah, okay, I guess we do it in these integration tests. Is there really nowhere else though? I'm surprised there isn't some slightly less high level tests that work. You don't see chunky comments like these very often. We're all about chunky comments in the Gleam compiler, my friend. It's so often you look at code and have no idea what's going on, so it's really good to write comments. And then people who don't have the context can like open up the Gleam compiler and figure out what the situation is. Nimbu Nimbu. What a great name. Thank you for the follow. Okay, well, there might be somewhere less heavy-handed to do this, this test, but I don't immediately know where. So let's do the integration test, which is in test package compiler cases, and let's call it overwriting Erlang module. Yes, and so what have I got in here? I've got a source. The target is Erlang. That is what I want. This I don't need that comment. And in here we've got two modules, 1 and 2. Let's get rid of that and change this one to. We should name this one code. And oh, okay, that's right. Let's write another chunky comment. And we're saying this module is named code. If you were to compile this and load it into the Erlang virtual machine, it would replace the built-in code module. That would be bad. You'd get super cryptic error messages. You get and likely not know what is happening. This does happen fairly often. New folks. So now the build tool ensures you don't use one of these Erlang names. This test case ensures this is true. Good. So let's run all the tests. I'm like, oh, why am I here? Let's get out of here. I don't know why it opens a terminal in a subdirectory sometimes, and other times it doesn't. I think it might be something to do with the fact there's a gleam.toml file in it. My editor's trying to be helpful, and I have no idea how to stop it from doing that. I always want my terminal to open. Oh yeah, the code I've written doesn't work. Generate that. False. So let's run the tests. Oh no, expected string. Wait, why did it expect a string? What? Why did it do that? Why does it think it's a string? That's so strange. I asked the language server to add that function for me. Why did it get the type wrong? I always thank developers wholeheartedly when I encounter good comments / error handling. Yeah, I think they're great. I really like them. Glad to actually catch a stream. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm doing really good. I'm gonna go for cocktails in Soho later, which I'm really looking forward to. I love living in London. London is so good, so good. You get to do all these sort of fancy things. It's sunny. It's not sunny anymore. It was sunny. It is spring. I'm hanging out with my pals on stream, and I'm gonna go for cocktails later. I might dress up fancy. I might put a shirt on. I mean, I'm already wearing a shirt. This is not the right kind of shirt. Okay, cool. So we can see that our new integration test has run. It counts as a failure because it's a snapshot test, and a snapshot test works by it compares the output of this time you run it to the output of the previous time you run it. Well, this is the first time, so it says, hey, this is the first time I've seen it. Do you want to save these? Do you want to save this output to use as the example for the next time? And I look at it and I go, no, because it's compiled successfully. I don't think this should compile successfully. I think this should error. So let's do it again and make sure errors. Well, I guess it could panic, right? Oh, it does panic. So let's open up. No, I don't close in my editor. No. Names. Gosh, it's so big. This is how I look like I'm doing something because look how stupid this looks. Time for an include string. I was just going to inline it, you know, like what inline is fine. Right, let's try and do some clever regex stuff, eh? So we want to replace it with quote one. Isn't that how you do it? Does that not work? I've got to wrap it to do that? Yeah, okay. True. False. Let's turn that into a path. I don't know if this is gonna work. Let's find out. Oh no, but this got dot gleam at the end. It's got dot gleam at the end. Okay, so I think this is not gonna work. Expected a fat arrow. Oh yeah, I'm not writing Gleam. Oh yeah, this is all Gleam syntax I'm trying to write. So how long is that? That's like 1,000 lines. It's fine. It's fine, you know, lines are free. Let's rename it. Is standard Erlang module name. How do you remove the extension from a path in Rust? How do I remove it? Can I remove this? With file name. Oh, with extension. So if I do dot, if I do empty, it removes it. Okay. With extension, empty string. File stem. Oh, nice. File stem. Whoa, what the? I pressed K and that did that. Right, let's try that again. Oh, but this sometimes returns nothing. That's annoying. If there's no file name. Okay, that's not... Yeah, let's just go back to what I had before. That's probably more sensible. More sensible, that's not true. It's not more sensible, but you know, whatever. And let's run that again. And now I think it should panic. Probably won't, knowing my luck. Thank you for the follow. Desney001. I like to imagine you're like 007. You're a secret agent. Hey, oh, it didn't crash. Boo. Didn't crash. Boo. Okay, so... Panic. No. Erlang. No. What am I doing? I keep forgetting what language I'm writing. Path. There we go. Let's just print that. Is that path an absolute path or a relative one? Oh, I assumed it was a relative one, but it probably is absolute, isn't it? That's probably what's happening here. Oh yeah, because you'd need to know if it's in test or source as well. Okay, that makes more sense. What resources would you recommend for learning about the compiler? I've been perusing the source code, but I keep getting lost. It's good to have done some basic Rust. So you could do the Rust book. That's a really good intro to Rust. And otherwise, you can yeah, just like have a little go, play around with it, try and implement some small things, and just ask lots of questions. Open a pull request if you get stuck. Like super happy to try and help out, that kind of thing. Enjoying your session. Quite interested in Gleam. Awesome. Glad you're interested in Gleam. Did this print some paths? No. Oh, there we go. Look, there's source at the front of it. Okay, so we need to remove the first. That's annoying. So how do you remove the first segment from a path? Is Rust the compiler language these days? Yeah, the Gleam compiler's been written in Rust for years. It's a good language. I like Rust. FileStem should do it. Of course, you're correct. You are so correct. I should be using FileStem. This is fantastic. Max, you can tell Max is a professional Rust programmer. Has like completely got my back here. Okay, let's just do. Can I do unwrappable defaults? Hell yeah. Oh no, but this is wrong. This isn't right though, because if it is I want to remove just the first one because it could be nested. So you could have like app/code, and that should be valid. If it's just yeah, this is going to be wrong because if E-man. Oh wait, not as many zeros as 001, but you know, pretty good. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, so it's not. I need to make sure it's just in the top. Yes, the top level namespace. If you have it inside your namespace, that's fine. Well, it's panicking now, but it shouldn't. It shouldn't do that. Well, that shows that we need to have a test for the other case as well. So maybe let's just do that while we are here. Where is that? I keep nearly closing my editor. That would be good. I'm not overwriting an Erlang module. Yes. The last segment is the same as an Erlang, as a built-in Erlang module, but it is in the app namespace, so it doesn't clash with Erlang. This should compile successfully. Okay. Moustache. Oh wow, it's been a long time since I last joined a stream. Long hair. Yes, I've got my hair down. I do have. I've had moustache for a long time. Since at least 2019, maybe 2018. Can't remember. I think 19. But the hair is just like laziness. Just grew it out. My moustache is actually a lot shorter than it used to be. But in like 2020, I had like a big Victorian twirly thing. It was good fun. But that was only because I wasn't leaving the house very often. If you want to like do things like eat food, they're just really impractical. Yeah, look. So look, they're both being picked up as code. So one of these, not overwriting. This one should be app code. So we just want to remove the first segment. Let's try and work out how to do that, shall we? Okay, so let's rename this and put it inside. Let's get to it. Let's rename this. So let's go back to would overwrite. Oops. Would overwrite Gleam module. There we go. And let's go to here. And then we want to say that the name is, the name is a path.segments. Can we do that? Is that a thing? Segments? No. Rust iterates path segments. Can I do that? Surely I can do that. Something's rattling on my table. I don't know what. It really annoys me when it does that. Oh, so it's just iter. It's just iter. That's the default behavior. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So path.iter. It's interesting. I was thinking about Gleam these past few days. What's the go-to front-end framework today? Lustre, probably. Which is Lustre. This one. It's very good. Sort of Elm inspired, but it can also do all the Elixir Live View stuff as well. It's very good. Very, very, very good. There was a few, but I think Lustre's really just pulled ahead in recent months because Hayley's just been smashing it. She's been doing really, really good work. How do we want to do this? Segments. So, remove the first segment, which will be either source or test. Is it pop or is it next? What was that error? Whoops. Let's get a name. Excuse me. Very sorry. Let's name equals segments dot next. I'm going to expect this. There must always be a file name for a Gleam module. Very nice. Does that compile? Ah, looks like it. But we should also say if segments dot next is some turn false. If there are remaining if there are remaining segments, it means that this is a nested module and such cannot collide with a built-in Erlang module. For example, it could be user slash code source slash user slash code dot gleam, but could not be source slash code dot gleam. If we got here, then it's not nested. Let's check if the name collides or not. Collides. So something like that, I think. Which probably includes how we, yeah, should we include the command to get all of them? Um, oh, that's quite a long line. Yeah, sure, whatever. Do we need to trim off the .gleam? That's a good point. That's a good point. I think we probably do. Let's see. I think you're right. Let's see if it errors. So I think you're going to be right, and neither of these are going to error, but they should. At least one of them should error. Let's find out. Okay, so that one compiled. That one also compiled. Yes, so you're right. We need to trim the name off. You in a function called Gleam module would overwrite standard Erlang module. Yes. Oh no! Oh no! Because this is a string at this point. This isn't. Oh, how annoying. Okay. Is it like a strip? Is there a remove suffix? How do you remove the suffix? Suffix. Strip suffix of. Do you think it's .gleam or is it? No dot. Okay. I mean, this should always be a Gleam module, right? We shouldn't need to do this. Should only be called for Gleam files. Trim end matches. Really? So what does the one that I've done do? Also, between trim end matches and whatever I've done strip suffix. Is that this one returns an option and the other one doesn't? It isn't fallible. Okay, that's better then, isn't it? What's your indent line plugin? I don't know. I'm using LazyVim, so I have no idea what the config is. Did it panic? Oh, it didn't panic. Oh, so this didn't work. Look, they both compiled. That sucks. So let's oh, I didn't remove the dot. And you say it should be called trim and matches. I like how you're seeing things just before I am, but there's a stream delay, so I Oh yeah, nice. There's a stream delay, so I'm fixing them just before I see your message. Cool. So this one should panic, right? I gotta say, the beginner, I like use more than I like early returns in Rust. But early returns in Rust are very nice still. It's a shame you can't have both. I'd love to make a sort of if I had all the time in the world, I would enjoy making a procedural version of Gleam. So like somewhere between Go and Rust, but still procedural. Okay, so one compiled. This is the one that has the nesting. And this one panicked. Yes, good. So now we just need to build some error messages. Pair programming with stream delay is not ideal. I think it's great because I feel cleverer. I think this is great. We're pair programming, but I still feel like I'm in control. I like use. It was very confusing the first time I saw it. Yeah, it is. So I just merged a pull request this morning from Jack, the amazing Jack, the lead maintainer of the Gleam at this point. He's so good. That dramatically improves all the error messages you get if you misuse use. If you misapply use, that sounds better, doesn't it? So it's going to get way better. It's really nice. Do you think Gleam will ever have a standard library that supports both Erlang and TypeScript? Like OTP but targeting both runtimes? It does at the moment. Yeah, the standard library works everywhere. If you mean a concurrency system that supports both, I don't see how that would be possible unless you wanted to break interop with one of the two ecosystems, and I think that's more valuable. I think I could see it be possible. Like, say in future we had a native backend or a WASM backend or something. I could see it being possible to write some sort of concurrency system which works with both Erlang and native. That could work. I mean, it could also be possible to do native and JavaScript, but if you get to pick between the Erlang world concurrency and JavaScript one, I don't see why you would ever pick the JavaScript one. So we need an error. Where does this get used? Here. Nope. Here. Return error. Gleam module would overwrite. No, let's change this. Okay, so what I want to do, if it's Erlang, ensure ensure Gleam module, whoops, does not overwrite. There we go. So let's return an error from this instead. For the first, I don't know, while of writing Rust, I write lots of Gleamisms that don't make any sense. So return OK. Return OK if it's something else. Interesting though, I've never tried Gleam with any personal work projects. Anyway, continue watching. Well, I hope you do try it. Lovely to, be lovely to have you. So what's is this type check now? Oh yeah, I've started to get this, Rust folks. I've started to get this problem where Rust Analyzer can't run proc macros. Does anyone know what this is about? It just started happening one day. And then I don't know how to fix it. I tried uninstalling things and reinstalling it, and that's kind of like the limit of my understanding of these systems. So I would really like it if it didn't say that. It's very annoying. Oh, it happened to me once, and I never figured out how to fix it, and then it just went away. Oh, good. Good, so no one knows what the answer is. So let's return here an error of okay. We don't have an absolute path, so the path is a bit rubbish here. It's not okay. Gleam module would overwrite Erlang built Erlang standard Erlang module. So let's put the name in here and let's put path, but let's do that. I love your nails. Oh, thank you. I don't do my nails very often. I've gone for little lines this time. Normally it goes away after a cargo clean. Interesting. Maybe I'll do that, but after the stream, because compiling's pretty slow at the moment because I'm streaming and I don't really want to have to like wait for several minutes for it to build all the deps again. We use a lot of proc macros all over the Z code base. Bad. Don't use macros. Simple Rust is the best Rust. I don't mind proc macros so much. I've never written one. Don't think I ever will. So let's come. Oh, there we go. Generate variant. And now I can check it out. The module. Can I do that? Would overwrite the Erlang module. Nice. proc macro. Oh, missing lifetime specifier. Oh. So this kind of that's going to go to a string now, isn't it? Proc macro error not expanded, blah blah blah. It's so annoying, all these things. Look at all this. Rust is just too complicated for me. Borrowed data escapes the function. Does it? Path escapes the body here. if proc macros are bad, therefore Serde is bad. Therefore JSON is bad. It all makes sense now. That is true. That is true. What is going on here? Didn't I save that? I saved that. Right, let's try that again. Maybe if we really did put Scheme in the browser, maybe React would be more manageable today. Yeah? I think it's very sad that we never got Scheme in the browser. Having said that, I think JavaScript's a pretty alright language. It's probably my favorite of all the mainstream scripting languages. Oh good, it works now. Nice. Now that we've got Gleam in the browser, that's true. Gleam's pretty good. I've been told Gleam is pretty good. I've not tried it myself. I'm a Rust programmer, as you can see. Right, so let's go find in my million of error messages. There's one that is actually a real error message. There we go. Code, action, fill match arms. Close this thing because it's confusing as heck. And it'll be the bottom. Do. Testing script, testing ing lang. What are you trying to do, my friend? Won't let me post script lang equals Gleam. What? Twitch won't let you do that. Interesting. I wrote Gleam, doesn't mean I use Gleam. Well, so you're joking, but there's a thing of it's very easy to, if you write a language and it's not self-hosted, it's very easy to spend all your time in whatever the host language is. So I think Matt, the guy who invented Ruby, famously says, "I'm not a Ruby programmer." I'm saying famously. I don't know if this is famous or not, but I remember reading that he said once. So this could all be lies. I remember reading that he said once, "I am not a Ruby programmer. I'm a C programmer. I spend all my time making Ruby and not using it. So he's saying that he doesn't always have the best idea of what is best for the community, which is why I try and spend as much time as possible writing Gleam, and why I'm really glad that there's a bunch of folks who are hacking on the compiler, and it gives me more time to be a Gleam user, and then I'll have a better idea of the whole thing. It's fantastic. I really like it. It says, this conflicts with the channel's moderation settings. That's interesting. I can't possibly say what that is about or why that's happening. I'm guessing that's some sort of like auto anti-harassment spam thing built into Twitch that is just malfunctioning in some fashion. I don't know what it means. Oh, I hope this isn't how they protect against cross-site scripting. Yeah, man, it probably is, right? No, I had no idea. Oh, I see. Because yes, it really probably is. It's like it. What do you think it is? Maybe because you could have people telling other people to paste this into somewhere, so they're like, please don't. You know, they're stopping you from sharing it rather than they're stopping you from. It won't cause a problem here, but you might be trying to get someone else to do it for you. You know, hey, go put this on your website, kind of thing. What should we call this? Erlang module name collision. Rename this module to and try again. What am I going to do? Excuse me. Okay, so I want to say, have I got a wrap formats? What am I doing? Let's try again. How am I going to write this message? The module path compiles to an Erlang module named name. By default, Erlang includes a module called. Should I put like quotes around? Do you think I should put like backticks around the paths? Oh yeah, it looks like I have in the other places, so let's do that. So if we were to compile and load this module, it would overwrite the Erlang one, potentially causing confusing errors and crashes. Does that make sense, folks? What do you think of that error message? Are you adjusting the compiler itself? Yes, I'm working on the compiler for Gleam. Oh dear. I'm missing a comma. Yes, I'm working on the compiler for the Gleam programming language, and that is written in the Rust programming language. What have you just shared? I'm always a bit nervous about clicking on links. Is this going to steal my Bitcoin, etc.? I wish you got your own little paste bin. Today I read an article about Figma ditching Skew, their custom language that they built in TypeScript. They built because TypeScript wasn't fast enough. I thought, wow, if only Gleam was around back then, they wouldn't have needed it. How did that? Is it a language that runs in the browser? Had better optimization. So we don't really do much in the way of optimizations on JavaScript. I think in the future we'll do lots of optimizations, but for now we're focusing on tooling and stuff. So we match sort of human written JavaScript performance at the moment. Do you ever see the Gleam compiler being written in Gleam at all, or will it always be in Rust? I think it will always be in Rust, and the reason for that is if we did a rewrite to Gleam, it'll take a few years, and then we'll just be back where we started. Well, it would be much better if we just did a few years of and made things better for people. You know, we want to keep improving. And frankly, what would be the advantages of being Gleam? So people say, oh, it'd be easier to contribute to. I don't think the Rust is the big barrier of contributing to the Gleam compiler build tool language server. I think the barrier is that they are a compiler, a language, and a language server. Those are really complicated things. You know, you're not going, oh, compilers are really easy, but I don't know how to use Rust. No one. That's never going to happen. And the Rust we've written in the compiler is pretty simple. It's quite approachable. So I don't think we have that problem. So I don't think there's much complexity that we would manage to dodge. I think it's often a vanity thing. You know, it feels good to be able to write your compiler in your language, but let's do something better. Let's do something that brings more value. And also it'd be harder to install because unless we had a native backend, it would mean you have to have Erlang installed to run the compiler. Well, that means all the JavaScript people wouldn't be able to use it so easily. Nastilus Maximus, thank you so much. Thank you. Down the line, do you see bootstrapping helping? Or is Rust borrow checker so useful that it doesn't warrant doing so? I wouldn't say the borrow checker is useful for this project. We don't do anything that really means we would need that level of memory control. A memory safe language would be, oh, I want to be a new line here. A memory safe language would be absolutely fine for what we're doing. Let's do that. Sorry, a memory safe language through garbage collection would be fine for what we're doing. Rust, I picked Rust just because I like Rust. I think it's really good for writing compilers because it has this really good type system. It has algebraic data types, and it compiles to native. It's very fast. It's easy to distribute. You know, these are really good reasons to use it. Other languages that were contenders were Haskell and OCaml, and I decided at the time that the Rust was still the standout language, the best of the three. I think that's still the case. And when I say best, I mean the one that I would be the most productive in. I think that Rust is the best for that. So what have we got here? We say Erlang module named collision, the module blah compiles to an Erlang module named code. By default, Erlang includes a module called wording's a bit awkward here. By default, how am I going to write phrases? By default, Erlang includes a module with the same name. Your module? Forsen. What does that mean? And hello, local root. Welcome. Personally, I would have written the compiler in SQL. I love SQL, so I'm really bad at it, but I think it's great. It's the least bad of all the options for interacting with a database. Yeah. Who thinks writing compiler is easy, yet Rust is hard? Well, precisely, yeah. What do you think of EdgeDB? I've never heard of EdgeDB. I also think it's amazing that you engage with the community so much. Here's to Gleam becoming successful, and then like two little glasses chinking, like ching. So there were champagne flutes, which is a bit better than a water bottle and a coffee mug. Thank you so much. I mean, engineering the community is more vital than just writing a compiler. They're trying to make a better query language. It's interesting. I haven't got to try it yet. This is EdgeDB. So the thing I'm interested in is Datalog. Datalog looks fantastic. Not that I really understand it. I've just looked at it from a distance and watched her talk about it. Datalog looks really good, but there isn't any that I'm aware of. There isn't any particularly usable database that uses Datalog. I'm hoping that in a few years maybe something will start to show up. And I like Datalog because it seems like kind of it seems like a well understood standard thing. Well, most of the times when I see people trying to make like an SQL alternative, it's getting very carbony in my room. I might open my window a little bit. Hold on. Yeah, so whenever I see like a startup making some kind of SQL alternative, it always seems to be just like an SQL but with a new syntax, and they make it sort of OO, and I'm sure they're very good and they understand the problems very well, but so much work has been put into Datalog. Like I just like surely like all this academic work. Surely there's a lot of value there. Like it just seems like such an obvious thing to draw from. What if binary queries like shaders? You send a little WASM payload that is executed in the DBs. That sounds so nice. Okay, so I'm a functional programmer, not an imperative programmer. So I like it when things are. I really like SQL because it's declarative. I like that you say in SQL and in Datalog, I want these things, please, and then it's up to the database to work out what the fastest way to get those things. It may seem, and it's more opaque in a lot of ways, and it's easy to mess things up. I would like it if it was easier if there's better tooling for working out why it works the way it does. But having a little program that does something, I think most of the time I should write code that is worse than the query planner of a good database. I think a declarative query should be significantly more concise than that. Having said that, you can just do that with SQL. SQL does support doing the thing you've just described. You can write a little program and throw it across the wire and it will do stuff. Either with some embedded language, or you can just use one of the procedural SQL languages. Gleam compiled to SQL. Isn't Elm compiling to SQL? No, what's compiling to C and then being loaded into Postgres these days or something like that? That sounds quite fun. I thought it was going to get released last year, but then I heard a conference talk about it, and then it didn't get released, which is a shame. But if Erlang includes a module with the same name. Oh, NGT 07. So we've had 001 and 07 and 01. Very, very, very secret agent. By default, Erlang includes a module with the same name. So if we were to compile and load your module, it would overwrite the Erlang one, potentially causing confusing errors and crashes. Rename this module and try again. I think I want a... Okay, let's look at the other hints. Do they have full stops on them? Hint, 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 hint. Yes, full stop. I'm getting a bit peckish. I'm going to go for a little break in a minute and then get a banana. And run the tests again. Gonna run the tests, commit them, have a banana, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do then, because that'd be the end of the Rust work I had planned. I suppose we could look at the compiler and see what other stuff's there. Doing the ones for the dynamic modules would be a bit more tricky. I'm not sure I could focus on it that much on stream. So cargo insta review. Let's approve my snapshots. So this is the one that does not overwrite. So it compiles. That's fine. This is the one that does overwrite, and it errors. Good. Let's make a branch. Because you're supposed to make branches, aren't you? No, I'm just gonna commit to main. That's the good thing about being the MDFL, is that you get to do whatever you want. Cool. So some comments. I've injected my code that does the checking. Got a nice little comment next to it. Pop off source and test. And then make sure there's no more path. And here's a whole ton of, oh no, how do I get to the bottom? Let's go, just go up, let's go up, easier. There's probably a better way to do this, but I don't know how to use less, so. Do you think it's up? Yeah, there we go. And down? Yeah, okay. 2 test projects, and comment to explain 1, and generate a test, and snapshots. Cool. Nice. So, oh, what am I doing? Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. I should have used this really, shouldn't I? Oh well. So, error if the project would overwrite an OTP module. Closes. No, it doesn't close. It is part of, but it doesn't close. This, because this ticket I think should also cover the dynamic ones as well. Oh good, it's still there. And let's also update the change log. Overwrite snap. And this happened. This is in package loader, which I think that counts as the build tool. Or is it the compiler? I think this is the build tool. So, an error is now emitted when there is a Gleam module now emitted on Erlang when compiling to Erlang, and there's a Gleam module that would overwrite a built-in Erlang OTP module, causing cryptic errors and crashes. Nice. I'll take credit. Louis Bilfold. My name's Louis, by the way. It's not Lewis. I don't know why. I don't know why I always pronounce it like phonetically as it's written. My name is Louis. That's terrible. Oh dear. Working weekends is easy review in the background. Oh, that's a nice thing to hear. Thank you, Snow. I don't know what kind of music you listen to, but do you happen to like Justice? I'm not sure. I know Justice. I bought 20 releases yesterday. It's a lot of music. Because it was Bandcamp Friday. I love Bandcamp. It's the best. If you want to see the stuff I've been buying, you can go to oh actually let's push these changes first. Oh no. Oh no. What did I forget to push? Oh, and I've committed the names thing as well, haven't I? Is that true? Oh no, I'm a fool. Oh, see, this is why you should use branch, folks. You shouldn't do what I've just done. I just messed up big time. Damn, that sucks. It's my it's my project. I don't care. You lot just have to deal with my mistakes. So what did I change here? It says something's changed, but I can't see anything. Yeah, whatever. Who cares? Don't do as I do, folks. Be a better programmer than me. It wouldn't be hard, let's be honest. I'm not great. Oh, but I haven't pushed it yet. I haven't pushed it yet. Oh. So I can just fix it. Yeah. Gosh, that's so many lines of junk. Yeah. Good, so I don't have the problem now. Let's make sure the tests work there. You might like jujitsu, by the way. You mean the fighting style? I'll be honest with you. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I haven't fought since I was like, I don't know, 6 or something. The VCS. Like a cassette tape? No, that's a VHS. What's a VCS? Version control system. Oh, okay. I don't know. I know Git. Like, Git doesn't cause me any problems. Yeah. It's insane how fast 2070 tests run. Oh gosh, excuse me. Yeah, they're pretty good, aren't they? It's if you just keep your tests pure and you use a fast language, it's amazing what you can get. Yeah. So these, I find I like that people are making new version control things, but my problem is that I just don't feel I have any problems with Git, to be honest. Like the amount of to change my workflow and learn a new thing, which probably wouldn't take very long actually. I want it to offset something, but I just don't have any issues with Git. It's probably because I don't know any better, to be honest, but that's nice. That sounds really nice. Okay, that one feature alone. Change files are automatically recorded as normal commits, and they are amended on every subsequent change. Okay, that sounds really good. That sounds really, really, really nice. This makes patch rate workflow raise. Okay, that also sounds really good. Oh no. Oh no. Combined with git re. What on earth is git re? Oh no. Okay, so I've just been talking about how I don't have any reason to go from Git, but reading this sounds really nice. Like these two. Well, I don't know about this one, but this and this look great. Really nice. Am I gonna try it? Should I? If you want to install your version control inside a Dropbox folder. No? I mean, I do kind of want to put them in sync thing, to be honest. I do want to sync thing my version control. Okay. Maybe I do want to try it. I'm gonna save this for later. Let me add this first YouTube link to my. It's good. What if version control is awesome? That's a bit of such a YouTube headline. Oh, I've got a follower. Oost, thank you. Thank you very much. Ah, if Steve's got a tutorial, then oh yeah, I should check that one out. Oh look, there we go. Okay, I should look at this one there. Oh wow. Okay. Oh dear. Okay, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go over to my mono repo, which is where I put all of my everything. Mono repos are good, folks. And I'm going to make a make an issue for it. Try, it's called Jiu-Jitsu. I can't spell that. Version control system. The auto rebase and working copy features look really nice. Cool. My tests have passed while I was doing that, so let's just push those. And I wonder what horrible thing I've done that I'm only just going to notice now. There we go. So that's there. And let me just check the changelog to see if it makes sense. It's nice that I've also contributed something for a change. It's been a little while. Good. It's my name, look. I'm in this release. I've done something useful. I've done two things. One line change. I've added one if in the other one. Okay, cool. Very good. Hey, how you doing? I'm doing great. Oh, Nova Gdur. Thank you for the follow. Agravo. Hey, how you doing? So man, I wanted to ask about Gleam ways of handling a currency. Considering it came from Erlang, Beam, and Elixir is a wonderful one. How's the Gleam one? It's the same one. We use OTP. You could either use Erlang OTP directly, or you can use Gleam OTP, which is a type-safe equivalent one that doesn't have all the same features. It's got a subset of them. There's a few more to add still, but the core abstraction works really well. We've got type-safe primitives, and we've built up from there. Unlike Elixir, that just wraps the Erlang one. So it works really well. People have used it to make complicated things like HTTP server. At one point, the Gleam HTTP server was the fastest HTTP server in the whole Beam ecosystem, which shows that it works well. Novice here, what's Gleam? Good question. Gleam is it's a lovely functional programming language. Oh, look how cute the logo is. It's very simple and concise, and tries to be very practical, and tries to be easy to learn. So if you want to try it, go to the webpage, go to the homepage, and then click Try Gleam, and you'll be taken to an in-browser editor, and then you can just start, hello, chat, and then it will evaluate things and put it here. And has nice error messages. You know. Oh, look, there's a CSS bug here. Look. Let's make an issue for that CSS bug. That's annoying, isn't it? How do I take a screenshot in Safari? I guess that, yeah. Language tour. Border overlaps content when the output box has a scroll bar. Scroll down to see bug. Hopefully someone will fix that for me. Well, I find that I'm not very good at CSS anymore, so if I just tell people about the problem, someone fixes it faster than I do. So yeah, it's a really nice language. You just go here to try it out. And I made it, and I work full-time on it. And it's really taken off it's really taken off recently. And if you look on GitHub, we've got a bajillion stars. Look at that. We're doing really well. Everyone loves Gleam. Now's the time to get in. And we reached version 1 about 2 months ago, so it's pretty new. It's good stuff. I think it's my next programming language after Go. Yeah, I think Go and Gleam have a lot in common. I like to think a functional type-safe version of Go is like a good comparison. Cool. I'm gonna get a snack and have a bathroom break, and then I'm gonna come back. So let me remember how to do that. Oh, where's my timer? Go here. Yeah, having I'll have a 3-minute break. And where's the advert button? All right. See you in a bit, folks. Hello again. I'm back. It's me. So I do wonder, what should I be doing now? Because I think we fixed the. I think we've done the Rust thing I wanted to do. Oh, Nicholas up, you followed me while I was away. Thank you. Much appreciated. Impeccable timing. Hey, try Munex 0. Everyone's got zeros in their name today. Oh, and PixMG, thank you for following me as well. I've been learning about compressed executables. That sounds pretty cool. Calvin in YouTube chat asks, is there a good Kafka library written in Gleam? I don't think there is one. Not that I'm aware of, but I don't know all the things people are working on. No one shared one that I remember, at least. Hey, hi Louis, says QXat. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but welcome. Good to see you. Nope. So what should we do now? Try and do more compiler hacking. I don't have an issue immediately to mind. Or we could try and write some Gleam code. Kegsat. Ah. Oh yes, that makes sense. Kegsat. Let me look at my notes. I've got like a list of like, here's things you could do on the stream type stuff. Streaming. Oh, well, Hmm. Hmm. No, no. Oh, okay, there's a thing I can do. Seeds. Oh, no. Okay, so if you look at Gleam Lang. Oh, hello. I'm learning Gleam and making a CLI. Do you say CLI? I say CLI. A CLI that monitors the PC like sensors. That's cool. That's really cool. Nice project. On what operating system are you doing for that? Linux? I'm learning all this for preventing reverse engineering. That's interesting. Yes, Linux. Awesome. That's really cool. Do share it when you've made it. And in the Gleam Discord, there's a sharing forum section thing. Yeah, great place to share it. So let's go look at a project like this Gleam one. And then if you look in the sponsorship section, we've got GitHub sponsors. Oh, that's just me. I wanted it to GitHub sponsors here. So it's like, please go here, give some sponsorship, like all these lovely people, and help me, continue to be able to pay my bills while I work full time on Gleam. Switching to Twitch. Hello, good to see you here. But the other thing is, some people don't like, they don't want to give their. Thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Some people don't want to give their stuff to Microsoft. So we've also got LiberaPay. We've got a few people here, but they don't. This doesn't. These people don't get included in this list yet, or this list yet. So I want to add them there. So I need to pull it. Can I sponsor with -$5 a month? I mean, you could try. I suspect that Microsoft won't let you do that. If you did, I would be sad as well. If you're going to steal from someone who's rich. I do open source for a living. It does not pay well, let me tell you that. It is pretty rubbish as developer jobs go. I love the actual job. I'm very, very happy I can afford to do this full time, but I've poured. It's very depressing to look at the lost income that I've had from working on Gleam. I've spent a lot of time out of work working on Gleam, and now that I can now that I earn enough money through Gleam to do it full time, it's still much, much less than I would earn otherwise. So no, I don't want to think about that. It's so much money. So depressing. So depressing. So there's like a CSV you can get somewhere. Is it this? Why doesn't cancel? Show me the. Come on, Safari, you can do better than that. I want to see it inline. Copy link. Right. So let's go over here. Excuse me. There you go. So that's a public CSV that has the has other people in it. I want to download this in my script that builds those post things, and I want to include them as well alongside the GitHub ones. Let's do it. So this Gleam contributors. Gleam contributors. This is the program. So I would do. Oh, I'm nervous about sharing secrets now. I would run Gleam, run those two things. And it would just directly write to the code base of the website, the code base of Gleam. And whenever I get, so it's not that, it's automated, but I have to run it manually. And whenever I get notifications saying I've got new sponsors and stuff, I'll go on here and then I'll run this and push them. I suppose I could do it on CI, but I just never bother to do that. Why do you wear a glove on your right hand? I wear gloves on both hands. They are compression gloves, which are normally used for people who have arthritis. I have some sort of repetitive strain injury from programming so much, probably from like, working a full-time developer job, and then all of my evenings and weekends were spent doing Gleam. So I worked 2 jobs for many, many years. And I just did myself a damage. Yeah. It's not fun. RSI sucks. Get a proper keyboard, get a proper desk. Don't use a laptop. Don't use laptops in bed. Don't slouch. Do other things. I don't think it's carpal tunnel. I don't know what it is. But this, yeah, this really annoying. Oops, sorry. My hands are pretty good these days, but compared to how they have been. But it was really, really not fun at one point. Use a split keyboard. I don't use a split keyboard, but I do use an ortholinear keyboard. Ortholinear. I couldn't find a position with split that didn't give me backache. I find standing is the thing that really makes it. It's like I am not sitting down. Yes, split couldn't work. I'd like to try. I was using an ErgoDox. I'm not particularly convinced the ErgoDox layout is very good. I would like to try split again, but I don't have the money to invest in expensive keyboards. But I really like my. Oh, good! I've got Satsuma juice everywhere. I do really like my. Oh, my cable's too short. I can't show you. But I've got a Planck Rev 6 with lovely green switches, not switches, keycaps, and Cherry MX Silent Red switches, which I think should just be called pinks. I don't know why they're not called pinks, because they're not reds, they're pink. I moved to Planck 2 and I love it. It's a great keyboard, really nice. My problem with it is that my layout's a bit rubbish, and the process for configuring the layout is just really awkward, so I just never do it. So I'm just using this kind of rubbish layout. But ortholinear is just like the thing. I love it. Did you choose them for the color? No, I chose them because I first got them in my ErgoDox because I just heard the option. I thought that sounds really cool, because I felt nervous about. I was using browns before that, but I was really nervous. I wanted a quieter keyboard for offices, so I just thought I'd give it a go. And while the ErgoDox was a big failure in terms of all the layout and the split things for me, it was a massive success in terms of the switches. I really liked the switches, so I bought. It's quite hard to find actually the Silent Reds. So I bought a load of the Silent Reds and I used those with my my Planck. But ortholinear is great. Yeah, that's the 2 things I took away from the ErgoDox. Ortholinear is the best. I really like the Silent Red switches. They feel good and they sound really nice. They're really quiet. Just found a little bug, a little Bucci I was just putting outside. So what am I doing? How does this code base work? Let's just sync my plugins. Good. Okay, so this code base is very old. It's one of the first Gleam programs, and the amount of love it has got is enough to keep it working. So not enough. It's a bit crusty in places, but that's okay. So it's not going to be the nicest whatever we're going to do here. We're just going to get in, get it done, and get out. Oh, Arikaimon, thank you so much. Thank you for the follow. Does Gleam support dynamic imports? No, because we type check things. And if it's dynamic, it's code being loaded at runtime. We don't know what it is. There's no typing there. You can work with dynamic import systems, but they're not part of the language. Good. Right. So, messy code. So where is main? Here we go. So got a README list and a website YAML and okay. Which one should we do first? Should we do the README first? That sounds sensible, doesn't it? So it calls the API for sponsors. And what does this return? It returns a list of sponsors. So so this is probably using the other one too. Print combined sponsors and contributors. I don't know what this is used for. Oh, that's okay. So this one is used for, if you look at the release blog posts. What time is it? 5. I'm going to go the not too distant future. So anyway, if you look at one of our lovely release blog posts. Oh, look, we've got all these things. It's great. Look what we can do now. Oh, amazing. Super cool. Amazing. Woohoo. Yeah. We've got this at the bottom, and this is everybody who has donated to or, contributed, whether it be financially or with code. Yeah, they all go in here. So this function that we're looking at, print combined sponsors and contributors, that's the one that builds that list. So this core API for sponsors is used in the website YAML, the README list, and print combined sponsors and contributors. Okay, so if we update this to both call the GraphQL API, well, so it already calls the GraphQL API, but if we also make it talk to the LiberaPay endpoint that downloads the CSV and pass that, we could stick that on the front as well. I don't like these comments with no. Okay, comments should have spaces at the beginning of them. Fight me. Fruit is so good. I love fruit. The best. Okay, so where are we going to do this though? Because like it all starts with the accumulator goes in straight away in all of them, which is a bit annoying. Cool API for sponsors. Okay, so let's make a wrapper called get sponsors with a token. We don't have a cursor. And oops. And we can just call get API for sponsors to start with. Pass the token and this initial list. The world runs on open source, and yet open source is the job that gets paid the least. Kind of crazy to think about it. Yes, I'm going to try not to dig too much into that because I could talk at length about how busted it is. It is super messed up that we, yeah, we do. It's super messed up that we treat open source so badly. It doesn't make sense. Just pay your dependencies. Do it. Imagine if all the open source project you use were well funded. Imagine how nice they would be. So I'm going to call this, I'm going to rename this to GitHub sponsors. There we go. And I want to add another one. I'm going to do this. Have we got result in scope? Yes, good. So and then I'm going to do another one called get LiberaPay sponsors. We pass the sponsors into that. I don't like putting the type of the variable at the end of the variable name either as well. Like, it's just called sponsors. You would know it's a list. Excuse me, I was going to blow my nose for a second. Oh, that's the wrong button. This one. It is such a perfect day in London today. It is beautiful out there. Super, super, super nice. I'm looking forward to going out. Yeah. How much time have I got? How long does it take me to get to the place? Okay, let's try and do this really quickly. Gleam add GSV. I need a CSV parser. And get Liberapay sponsors. So what are we going to do? We are going to try basically the monadic bind operator. Yes, it is a specialized version of that. That only works with results. How do they do? Oh, that constructs them. Okay. What am I doing? What? Okay. So construct. Oh, this is construct query, not okay. Okay, I understand it now. GraphQL call API. What does this do? We are using. There's a little sad face. That's really funny. Okay, so we don't have a real error type. We're just using strings. That's fine. I can work with that. What HTTP client am I using? GraphQL. I'm using HTTPC. Okay, cool. So, and what's the URL of that? This. I want this. So, oops. Got to make it a string, otherwise it doesn't do anything. I really, really, really need to learn what the shortcuts are for wrapping something in like a delimiter in quotes in NeoVim. Unknown module. Not anymore. I've got HTTPC as well. I mean, I guess arguably this shouldn't all be in this module, but I'm doing it here. I can prove it later or not because the code base is already rubbish. Whoops. What am I doing? I'm not getting much auto-completion. It's a bit disappointing, isn't it? Failed to make request to Liberapay. Nice. And then I want to. How do we pass a body with GSV? GSV. Gleam. Yeah. From lists. From. Oh, I got to tell it. Can't it tell? Oh, from lists. No. 2 lists. There we go. I just want to do that. It'd be nice if they turn into maps for us. What am I doing? So let's import GSV. And GSV. No, two lists. Response.body. Oh, shoot. Oh gosh, sorry folks, I've got the wrong screen on. It's very embarrassing. I've just written this. That's all I've written. I wrote that and then thought very slowly about it. So you've missed nothing. Nothing at all. Oh cool, so it type checks. And now how am I going to get the headers out? It's really annoying. What does it look like again? Let's grab those. I feel like I've got some code. I think I have some code somewhere that does this thing of turning like a CSV into maps, but I can't think of where it would be. Does it return a string? Is the error a string in GSV? Oh no, two lists. Oh, it just returns. Oh no, it returns nil. Why does that type check? That shouldn't type check. Oh good, it doesn't type check. But why isn't it showing it in my editor? What's going on? Let's open it again. Okay, now it's doing. That was weird. Why did it do that? Huh. And I think there's a function that's like two lists or error, which is an odd API name. Okay, so that type checks because that one returns an error that's a string. Still not a great string. Let's actually do something here. Fail to pass. I should really use a better library here. That's why library CSV. Good. And then, whoops. Let's get the headers. Headers and CSV by calling list.pop. Is it a replace error? Is that a thing? Oh no, I've recursively invoked Vim. Pop one that. Oh no, so it's called. How'd you get the first thing off of a list? Gleam list. Oh, that's a funny name for it. I'm not sure if that was a good name. Excuse me, sorry. Huh, do we really not have a function for that? I'm quite surprised. Okay, well we can just do it with a pattern match, which probably makes more sense actually. CSV headers CSV first. I want to remove the first. Let's check what first does. First. Yeah, so it just returns the first one. I also want the rest without the first one, which I thought was called pop. I'm not sure. I don't particularly like that name that I've used. Maybe I should have called that like pop find or remove find, or I don't know. But pop is just remove the top one, right? So I think that's a bit silly of me. Oh, that's a loud noise. And if anything else, well, if it's an empty list rather, then we would say error library pay CSV was empty. Yeah, car just ran over something. I'm not sure what. Good. And then let's zip up the, so let dicts equals dicts. Have we got? We've got list. We need dict. Dict dot from list, and then let's zip up the headers. Oh no, that's still wrong. Let's try again. Okay, so we start and we want to say, so for list.map, every row in the CSV, we want to run a function. And what that function is going to do is it's going to make a dict. Now it's going to take the row. Which way around would it go? Would it the headers go first? Okay, so we take the headers. Oops. And then we want to zip up the, talking about pop, and then you hear a pop. How appropriate. Thank you, thematic car driving. Oh my gosh, wait, are you showing me that I actually already have this code somewhere? This is wild. I'm being are you seriously going to tell me that I've already written this code? This is going to be wild. Oh. This is my repo. I've already made this. That is amazing. Here's one I prepared earlier. I'm such a fool. I'm such a fool. I'm a negative 10x developer. I forget like I've already implemented things and I just. When did I do this? When did I make this? Is this on Hex? I don't remember this at all. Libera Pay. 1 month ago. Did I do this on stream? Is that what it is? I don't remember this. Two months ago? What on earth? I streamed it. Oh, wow. Twitch chat, I'm very disappointed in you folks. Like, you let me do all this and not tell me that I had already made it. Last stream I caught you were doing this. I felt like deja vu and I thought I was going mad. I have no recollection of this at all. That is wild. Oh my god. Yes, I should just watch the stream. I could do one of those like Louis reacts like, this program's rubbish. He doesn't know how to write Gleam. What a fool. This is amazing. Oh my gosh. I should do, look, they've got a readme. Tells me what to do. Okay, so this is so funny. So I can just do this. I can do Gleam. Oh. Gleam remove. Oh, Gleam HTTP's been upgraded. So I can get rid of GSV. And I can add that again. And that's going to error because, am I on a really old version of Gleam HTTP? Do you think? This is a very old project, so it's probably got ancient everything. That isn't really old. Okay. Huh. But it's not really old. So this one says version 3 up to 4. But that's also what it says in... That's also what it says here. What do we think the problem is? Let's copy that. Let's go nuclear. Get rid of the build. Get rid of the manifest. It's going to work. I'm still absolutely stunned that I did this. Nice. Okay, cool. So now we can get rid of all this rubbish. Oh. So we can just get rid of all of this. And Libera Pay? Is that what it's called? Libera Pay. What is it called? Oh, did I not actually do... So I can get rid of those two and... HPC isn't used, Libera Pay isn't used. Good. Libera. So, what does the documentation say I'm supposed to do here? Yeah? Nice. GitHub. Libera Pay. Oh, it's calling the wrong function anyway. Let's make these return some stuff instead. Change scene. Oh my gosh, sorry folks. I'm clearly getting a bit tired. That was really awful. Oh gosh, 2 in 1 stream. That's really bad. I thought I was getting slightly better at it. I keep saying I'm going to work out some way of making it automatic, and then I just never figure it out. So we don't want to assert. We want to use. Get response. Change scene. I'm rushing a little bit because I want to leave. I've got somewhere to be. Results dots map error. It's not T, it's E. Oh my gosh. There we go. And is that right? Yeah, that's right. Patrons. And I need to change these into the sponsors now. Do I have sponsors? I have sponsor. Okay, good. So now we want to do list dots. Okay. Sponsor is a type. Yep. Expected 5 got 0. What does a sponsor do? Sponsor. Name GitHub. Oh, it's got a GitHub. Oh. Oh, that's really annoying. Okay, so what's that going to do? Oh, damn. Oh, damn. So GitHub is... do you think we ever use it? Like if there's a website, wouldn't we just use the website instead? Let's be really fast and hacky and just see what we can get. So name is Petron dot name. P dot patron public user public name. Or alternatively, the patron username. Good, right. GitHub. To do this should be a real value. Oh, thank you, Silent Z. Thank you for the follow. Avatar. Okay, so they do have a p.patron avatar URL. Nice. Do they have a website? Oh wow, that's really weird. Look, it's not using option, it's using result instead of option. This must be really old. This must be before we got a an option type. Weird. Very strange. Oh, okay. So I guess we don't know what someone's website is from here. So we just say none. Oh. But we're not using option. That's so strange. Sense. Okay, and oh, I don't know how much. We don't use the sense amount anymore. So to do remove sense, we don't use it anymore. I think that's the case. Is that true? Yes, because everyone's at the same level these days. It used to be that we like showed people differently depending on how much they donated, but that hasn't been the case in a while. And boom. That's going to do something. Oh, they did. There is a float here that is like an amount. And that is, it's weekly as well instead of month. It all just doesn't quite line up. This whole thing was made with thingy in mind. Okay, well, let's try this. So if I do that. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Oh. Yes. We can get sponsors and used. Really? That's because we're calling GitHub sponsors everywhere, where we should be calling get sponsors. Oh dear, all of these. Oh, this code needs so much love. It's all just a bit not quite right. Sponsors. Get sponsors. Okay. Ooh. Why is it taking? Oh dear, what's going on here? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, so it's recursively calling itself somewhere, right? Let's try and figure that one out. Oh yeah, here we go. So this is going to be get GitHub sponsors with no cursor and the accumulator. Oh, good, it does work. It just took a little longer for some reason. That it takes noticeably longer now. I wonder why that is. But if we go to the website, so what happens? Does that mean the URL doesn't go anywhere? Do they have? Okay, let's go to this. Oh no, not this one. Where is it? This one. Do these people have like profiles? They do. Okay, so I can just make a URL for them. URL. It's so funny that it's still using results for options. Very old code. P dot patron username, like that. Let's see what that does. Do. Oh, we're nearly there. Come on. Come on. There we go. I'm in a mild rush. No, still no you. Oh. So Matthew Jackson must be from. I grew up with a lad called Matthew Jackson like long ago when I was like 0 to 6 or something. I lived a few doors down from a guy called Matthew Jackson. Lovely guy. Okay. So the URL comes from their GitHub, I suppose. Sponsor. Is there like a where does it make this? Sponsor avatar, display link. Okay. No, it looks like if there's a website, it uses the website. Otherwise, uses their GitHub page. But I've just given it a website, didn't I? Huh? Did that say option unwrap? Huh? What am I missing, folks? Excuse me. What am I missing? Because it does set a website here. Let's find where this gets used. Display link. Oh. Sponsor list a string that uses display link, but I guess the YAML one doesn't. Oh no, it does. What am I missing? Do I need to follow it all the way through? I don't really want to. This codebase is like mega messy. Oh, okay. Oh, look. Okay. So we say if. Okay. We only want to use the website for those. Oh, I see. So let's just say if it's an empty string. This is horrible. This is so horrible. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh, I'm not writing Rust. To do. Fix this. It is an empty string if the sponsor is from Iberapay. Oh, that was really nasty. Okay, so they've got profiles now. This is crusty code, man. That's okay. All right, so these people now have profiles. Let me open one of these and see if it goes somewhere. Yeah, that goes somewhere. And Erica reads. Yeah. It would be nice if this went to Erica's website. So let's... How am I going to do that? Oh dear. Right, so... Speak in Hindi. I've never tried to speak in Hindi. I don't know any words in Hindi. So I'm going to struggle with that. Speak in Hindi. Give me some Hindi to speak and I'll give it a good go. What are the things that a sponsor has? I could match on the name. No, I can't. GitHub. Oh, annoying. I don't have a username here. So I'm going to have to do further work later to be able to... Because I'm relying on them having a GitHub in order to work out what their identity is. That's not great. I would need to be... I should change that GitHub one to like a... like origin or reference, I don't know, something, and then it would be a type that has GitHub and Libera Pay, and then I can match on the two of them. Okay. Things are possible. But that's good enough for now, right? Like, probably. Should we find out? What happens if I do make serve now? That's opening in the wrong browser, naturally. Safari, good. Right, so let's look at this list. Gosh, that's a lot of people. I'm trying to find someone. Where's Erica? She should be in here somewhere, but I can't see her. Not that this is a very easy way. This is a terrible idea. Let's do this the slightly smarter way. So, Erica. Yay! There she is. Cool, so she does exist. And I think that should be that would be a good first pass. I just want to get these people credited, and then we can like improve their website link later. So look at these lovely people. Oh no, Mr. Gleam isn't sponsoring anymore. I love that there was someone called Mr. Gleam sponsoring Gleam. It's just appropriate, isn't it? You know. Thank you. If you need another mod, I'm here every stream and I don't mind. Probably an issue for another time that you know. I don't have any mods. I don't know how that works. Could be good to have some mods. I've not had any reason to have a mod yet. And then we've got the same thing here. Good, there's Erica. That's what we wanted to see. And fantastic. Boom. All right. I think that is that's mission accomplished. We did 2 useful things. I think. Oh, let me commit all the horrible code that I've just written. Yeah, whatever. I didn't even read it. Add Libera Pay. Let's actually spell it right. Boom. So next up, let us Twitch. Let's raid somebody. Gosh, I've done more than I intended to do today. Is anyone I follow online? I raided Janet the other day. I want to do twice in a row. Or maybe I will. So we got Golang, more closure probably. Anthony Zg. The ultimate programming roadmap QA. What does Anthony do?
And I'm not even a front-end engineer. Even in Golang, if I could make it in PHP, I would make it.
I saw the word blockchain, and now I'm a bit like,
yeah.
I mean, I have no idea what this guy's doing, but he's got the word blockchain on the screen. I don't know about that. It's fine. It just makes me uncomfortable. I'm judging a book by the cover. Elixir! Is this Elixir? Thanks for the stream. Oh, no worries. Thanks for coming. What is this? Is this Elixir? Oh, no, this is TypeScript. Let's ask. Are you... Oh. Okay. Are you doing... Oh, it's French, though. Is it French? It's also seems to be frozen.
J'ai pas de.
Oh, it's French. Alas. My half year of Duolingo is not sufficient. Looks French, sounds French. Must be French. That's a shame. I'd be really cool if we could like raid another Beam person, eh? I think we might be I think it might be Janet again. Oh no, we did Melky last time, didn't we? Okay, let's just do Janet. Pirate Software? Where's Pirate Software? Pirate Software. Go make games. I don't know about games. I don't know about making games. Oh my gosh, they've got so many viewers. That's amazing. Look at that. That's a crazy number of viewers. I try to raid people who don't make games because I feel like we're on the other side of the programming fence. What language is this? Is this JavaScript? Yes, it's JavaScript. News just in, Louis hates games. I do. Strictly no fun. We don't do fun here. Oh my gosh, it's so busy. Wild. Nah, I'm gonna do Janet. Hack and mud. Okay, that's cool. Boom. Raid. Boom. Thanks for coming, everyone. We did two things. I'm going to go outside and enjoy some sunshine now. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day's stream. And then, do something fun in the evening. Bye, YouTube. Bye-bye.